Week 3 of winter training, and by now it is starting to feel normal, getting into a routine. So this morning I was up, got some yoga done, 15-20 minutes, and then took Betty out for a walk, and then we had a couple of jobs to do. Dropped Betty off and then went for a swim. This morning the pool was quite empty, so that was good. I don't know where everybody's gone, to be honest. I think it's because the schools have gone back. Not sure, but it was nice. There was only 2 others in the lane with me. So the plan was, looking at what ChatGPT had set me out, I did a warm-up, 200 metres, and then did some 50 metres, 650 metres, getting faster as I was going, so progression speed. And then did some technique. Not sure how much of that I did, I can't remember. And then there was 8 100s off 30 seconds rest, and I was hitting, I think, about 155 pace, so that was good for me. So there's some progression there, which is good. And then went in the sauna for 15 minutes. A couple of the pool attendants, one of them spotted that I was wearing the form goggles, so he was asking me, what's on the side of your goggles? So I was explaining to him what it was all about, and I showed him how they worked and the functions that they did. And he went, oh, that's really cool. He said one of the other swimming attendants would be really interested in them. I don't know whether he does a lot of swimming or what, but anyway, I jumped into the sauna, and they both come in looking for me because he wanted to show his mate these goggles. So I got out of the sauna and, just took him through the functions and what they did and what they were all about. He was like, oh yeah, I really like them. Because a lot of people haven't seen them. That's about I think, second time in 2 weeks that I've been stopped and asked about them. So yeah, so that was quite entertaining. Got out the swim, went and did 15 minutes in the sauna, and then came home, and I've just been editing the podcast that's out this week, Wednesday, with Nick Dunn. I'm doing this video. I've just edited also last week's video, which is going to go out today, week 2 of winter training. And then I'm going to go and do a hit session up on the bike. Now, I'm going to have a look at ChatGPT just to see what the plan is. So yeah, I got it right, because I hadn't looked at this before I went to the gym. It was 8 100s, drills, warm up, cool down, and then the bike is 3 by 6 minutes, 85%, 90% FTP, 3 minutes rest. So we'll have a look at that. I think we've got one set up that will allow me to do that. Got to work out what 85% of my FTP is. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do this afternoon. Going to get myself a protein drink, and then in another hour jump on the bike. I'm going to get this podcast finished, and we'll be ready to go on Wednesday. So look out for it, with Nick Dunn. Really good chat, really knowledgeable guy. So that's it for this. I shall see you on the other side. Just about to jump on Zwift and do the hit session. I'm going to stick with what I did last week, which was the Athletica hit session, VO2 max set of 6 intervals, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and that's repeated twice. 255 watts, reduced down to 90 watts, with a 2.5 minute rest in between the 2 sessions. So we're going to get that done. Total set is 32 minutes, so that's enough for today after having done a swim. So no progression on this session, but there'll be plenty of progression during the week. So right, let's get on with it. We shall see you on the other side. So that's the hit session done. First set was straight out sprints, 30 seconds at 255 watts. Second set, I did high cadence, low cadence, 2 standing up and 2 all-out sprints, just to mix it up, make it entertaining. I'm now on 2.5 minutes, 125 watts, and then I've got a 5-minute cool down, and that's it done. And then it's time to get some tea made. So that's Monday done, week 3. Made it to the gym. Just warming up on the bike. 10 minutes, and then I'll get into some dynamic stretching. We're here with Tuesday, and we're going to be doing our hyrox session. Feeling quite tired today, to be honest. The sleep score on the Garmin said I did quite well, good sleep, and also body battery was full. But I've had a full morning's work, been home for some sustenance, some homemade soup and sourdough, and yeah, just come down now, and we'll see what we can do. So, wish me luck. I'm not feeling it, to be honest, but we'll crack on. We're here, we'll get it done, and we shall see you on the other side. Well, that's the hyrox session done. And as I said at the beginning, wasn't really feeling it today, but got it done, which is always a bonus when you're just not up for it, but you get it finished anyway. And even increased some of the efforts. So increased the row up to 600 and the ski erg up to 600, and then the last run 1k was up to 4 kilometre pace. So although I didn't feel like it, I must have still had something in me to do it. So yeah, it was all good in the end, and I've just been in the sauna. So I'm going to go home and see Betty, get a protein shake, get some tea made, and wait for Mr. C to come in. So that's Tuesday done. Tomorrow, Wednesday, rest day. So we'll see you Thursday. Thursday morning, it's absolutely glorious. We're on the 9th of October, week 3 of the winter training plan that I'm using, that ChatGPT put together with a little help from me, obviously. So today we are going to go to the leisure centre and do a swim, and the swim will consist of mainly technique. There'll be a warm-up, a couple of hundred warm-up, and then I'll be focusing on technique, and then we'll throw in some hundreds towards the end. So that's the swim, obviously a cool down, then we'll get out and we'll go up into the gym, and I'm going to do a run stroke hyrox session. Not a full hyrox session like we did on Tuesday. It's going to be probably more sled pulls and pushes with some increased weight. So I'm hoping to put 10 kilograms on the trolley today and see where that gets me. And in between those I'll be doing some runs, and then just to finish off that session I will put some leg work in, like on the machine, so doing some leg extensions and leg curls, and a bit of upper body, bench press, bicep curls, lat pull down, or maybe even some pull-ups. And hello Betty. Yeah. So that's the plan for today. It's a bit of a strange one this week because we've got a cross-country race on Sunday that I've put in for. I did it 2 years ago. It's quite a nice course, a low-key event put on by one of the local clubs. So I'm going to go and do that. It'll be my one and done of the year. It's the only one I'm going to do. And it's just for a bit of fun. So I've put that in. So that's going to scup about my plan a bit this week. Not having Sunday to do the long run after the race. I don't think I'll fancy it, so I'm going to put the long ride in tomorrow. Looking at the weather, it looks pretty good. Similar to today, only less windy, and it's not really that windy today, to be honest. So that's the plan. So today, like I said, that'll be the session today. Tomorrow it'll be a long bike, hopefully outside. Saturday we'll go to the track and do a little bit on the track, but not too much, because Sunday we've got the cross country. So that's the plan, and that's what it's all about. Winter, just mixing it up and doing little bits of different things, just to keep you motivated and entertained. So yeah, so that's it. We shall see you on the other side. Swim done. Lane to myself pretty much. The lady got in just towards the end. 1400 metres, 44 minutes, but it was all technique pretty much. And I was getting around about 147, 155, so I'm doing something right with the technique. It's just sustaining it, I think, now. What I did find was body roll. Got to really rotate the body a bit further than I have been, and that just seems to bring the time down amazingly well, so continue doing that. So right, just about to go up in the gym and do a bit of a hyrox cross session, so we shall see you on the other side. Back home, swim done, gym session done. The gym session consisted of 3 runs, 3 or 4 runs, 3 runs I think, at 5:30 kilometre pace and 600 metres. Maybe 4 runs actually, 4 runs I think. And in between the runs there were sled pulls and sled pushes. 6 sled pulls, 6 sled pushes. And the progression on this session was that I added 10 kilograms of weight to the sled. Get me? So that was good. I was quite happy with that. So that was the progression. And then after the sled pulls and the run, I went and did some leg curls, leg extensions, chest press, bicep curls and tricep pushdowns. And then 15 minutes in the sauna. So yeah, so a good session. Happy. So that's Thursday done. I'm just in the middle of making a fudge no-bake brownie. One of our staples for after training or during training. Only thing is the chocolate can get a bit melty in the summertime, so it's not great to have out with you because if it gets too hot, it gets all gooey. But it's really good for you. It's got dates in, which I'm just chopping up now, walnuts, which I'm going to get chopped. It's got organic cacao powder, and what's the other thing? Peanut butter. Guess that's the only thing that's not so great. And then it's topped off with dark chocolate. So not too bad. Better than the rubbish that you'll buy from the shops. So yeah, just in the process of that, waiting for Mrs. C to come home, and then we'll get some tea on. It's going to be a mint and pea risotto with griddled prawns. There you go. That's what it's going to be tonight at Chez Conway. So I hope you're having a good week. Tomorrow's going to be another cracker, so I'm hoping to get out on the bike tomorrow. Long ride. We'll see how that goes. So, as per usual, we shall see you on the other side. Take care. Friday, and we're out on a longish ride, and it was supposed to be glorious today like yesterday, and when I left home it was really sunny, and now look at it, grey, overcast. There was supposed to be 7 mile an hour winds, and it's probably double that at least, but it is what it is. So I've just stopped. I'm about 50 minutes in and I'm just up on the walls. Yeah, so it's not a bad ride, and you can see I'm on Mrs. C's bike. Yeah, she said to me, "Are you going out for a ride today?" And I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "Which bike are you taking?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to take a road bike." She said, "Well, I'd really love it if you took mine out because it hasn't been used for ages." So I said, "Oh, go on then, I'll do it." So unfortunately that's what I've done. I've had to come out on this heap of scrap, but anyway, no, it's lovely to ride, as I always say. Really enjoying it. Just wished it was a bit sunnier. I might have wrapped up a bit more if I'd realised it was going to cool down like this, but there you go. Stop whinging, Rich, get on with it. So we're going to do an hour and a half. We're about, like I said, 50 minutes in. Going to do an hour and a half, and then that'll be it for Friday. So hope you're having a good week. Don't worry, it's nearly the weekend. Right, we're going to crack on. We shall see you on the other side. Back home, an hour and 35 minutes in. Where did the weather go? But look at what Mrs. C has cooked us up. Yes, homemade soup and homemade focaccia. So we're all happy. We're not bothered that we called because we won't be called for very long. So it was a good ride. Really enjoyed riding Mrs. C's bike. And that's it for the day. So we shall see you tomorrow. Track day tomorrow. See you on the other side. Good morning. Saturday morning. Another track session incoming. So we're just on Zwift. Spinning for 15 minutes. Get the legs moving before we head up there. I believe the coach has got us doing 2 1600s today. And a few of us are doing the cross country tomorrow, so bearing that in mind, I'll be knocking back the pace. I won't be going full pelt for this track session. It'll be an easy one. Mrs. C's just heading out now. She's going to go and do her morning run up to the track in preparation for a marathon in York next week. So we're going to meet up. She'll do some track as well, and then we'll all go for a coffee as per usual. Doesn't look a bad morning. Bit grey, bit cooler. To be expected, I suppose. It's October, isn't it? So that'll be today's session on the track. Hopefully, come out of it unscathed. It's funny, isn't it, how you, or me anyway, I just, before every track session, very hesitant, very worried about, well, not worried, but very cautious about injuring myself, because that's the place where it normally happens. So I've altered efforts, really, and the way that I go about the track. So I'll make sure that I'm well warmed up before I even try and do any fast efforts. And touch wood, it seems to be working. I might only do the last 2 fast efforts really at race pace on any given Saturday, and just build up through the gears, rather than before when I would just try and do all the efforts at race pace, and that's when it all goes wrong. So I'm just going to finish off now. I've got 2 minutes left on Zwift, and then we'll get ready to get into the track. So I'll see you on the other side. We're at the track. We're on our warm-up lap. 2 warm-up laps of 800. Then we've got some dynamic stretching, and then another warm-up lap into race pace, and then 2 by 1600s at race pace. But as I said earlier, it won't be race pace for me as I've got cross country tomorrow, as have quite a few of the other runners today. So yeah, and then it'll be cooled down, then it'll be coffee. So we shall see you on the other side. Right, that's the set done. Just a cool down lap and some stretching to go. So like I said, 2 1600s. First one I kept at 4:30 pace consistently throughout the 4 laps, and it felt alright. Second one, well done Phil, got the heart rate right down to 70s before I set off again. And then I slowly built it up as the reps went round. Started off again at 4:30, got to 4:20, and then finished it off at 4:05 pace, and yeah, felt quite good. So hopefully not taking too much out of the tank for tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be a bit of fun. So the others are just finishing off, so I am just going to cool down, do a bit of stretching, and we shall see you next time. See you tomorrow at the cross country. So that's week 3 done. Bit of progressive overload, some technique in there with the swimming, and finished off with a cross country race. So quite happy with everything and how week 3's gone. So thank you for watching week 3. I hope this video hasn't been too long. I think next week I might go back to chopping them up a bit and making them a bit shorter, but see how it goes. Yeah, so thank you once again for watching the video, and please do give the podcasts a listen. like I say, there's 130 odd on there, so plenty to go at, with some great stories from age groupers who've represented GB and other countries around the world in their age group. So yeah, thank you very much. Please do hit subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget, stay safe, keep training, and love the process.